Buonvicino is located about 400 meters above sea level and has a population of roughly 2,000 residents. Entering the historic center of Buonvicino, you're welcomed by charming stone alleys, panoramic views, and the genuine atmosphere of a traditional Calabrian village, a place where authenticity still lives in every detail. I am now walking toward Piazza XVII Settembre. To my left is the post office with an ATM, which is really convenient for visitors. On my right, there's a traditional butcher shop, and just ahead on the left again, the local medical guard and the tourist information and welcome center. As we step into Piazza XVII Settembre, we enter the very heart of Buonvicino. This square opens up before us, framed by historic stone buildings and colorful shutters. From here, the square opens up to a breathtaking panorama of rolling hills, their vibrant greenery stretching as far as the eye can see. As is tradition here in the square, you'll find a little stall with its truck offering fresh seasonal fruits and vegetables, all locally grown and full of flavor. As in every main piazza, here you'll find the central bar Agora, a cozy spot where you can unwind, enjoy a leisurely breakfast or a refreshing drink while enjoying the spectacular views. Buonvicino is considered one of the most beautiful villages in Italy and is officially part of the I Borghi Più Belli d'Italia Association. Buonvicino was selected for its natural beauty and its rich historical and cultural heritage. In Calabria, there are 15 associated villages, including Buonvicino. From the piazza, as you see, you can catch a bus that takes you to Diamante, and from there connections are available to other towns along the Riviera dei Cedri. While these buses also run in winter, having a car is always recommended as it allows you to explore the area freely and at your own pace. Leaving Piazza XVII Settembre, we wander through Buonvicino's narrow, winding alleys. The streets are lined with historic stone houses and charming corners, but what really catches the eye are the unique cobblestone pavements of the historic center, crafted by skilled local artisans. Each pattern tells a story of tradition and craftsmanship, guiding us as we make our way toward the museum. Before reaching the museum, we pass through a narrow alley typical of Buonvicino's historic center. On the left, the municipal police station stands quietly. The alley itself is beautifully maintained with carefully tended plants adding bursts of color and life along the stone walls. Everything is clean and well kept, reflecting the pride of the locals and the charm of this timeless village. Buonvicino holds one of the region's true cultural jewels, the Museo Arti Gusto Buonvicino, or M.A.G.B, in English, Arts and Taste Museum of Buonvicino. Opened on 1st of February 2014 and managed by the Comune of Buonvicino, the museum arose from a decades-long effort to safeguard the tangible heritage of village life. The driving force behind it was Professor Francesco Casella, who throughout the 1980s and the 1990s traveled the countryside asking residents for old objects, tools, garments, and photographs of a fading agrarian world. With those donations, the museum began to take shape, offering visitors a window into the lives of villagers, their work, their faith, and their relationship with the land. It is structured around 5 thematic sections, each one telling a different story of the territory and the community. The first is the archaeology section, with finds from the 2009-2011 excavations at Sasso dei Greci that testify to Byzantine and Lombard settlements in the region, underscoring the deep roots of this village and the multiple population who passed through. Next, the Popular Art and Rural Traditions Gallery invites you to pause and reflect on everyday life in the countryside between the 19th and 20th centuries. Simple harnesses, plowshares, old harvest tools, domestic utensils, garments handed down from generations, all donated by locals who remember them. This section helps us to grasp the rhythms of field work, of feasts, of community gatherings, of seasonal change. The Sacred Art section reveals another dimension of Buonvicino's life. Liturgical ornaments, altarpieces, ecclesiastical furniture, and devotional objects dating roughly from the 1800s to the early 1900s. These pieces point to the craftsmanship of the local artisans and to the central role of faith and church in village culture. Then comes the contemporary art section, enlivened by ceramic works of the Arte Pink group and others, with striking mosaics and sculptural panels that invite a new look at tradition. Their subjects range from the sacred to the profane and from folklore to modern reinterpretation. One prominent piece greets you right at the entrance, a mosaic depicting the hamlets of the upper Tyrrhenian coast of Cosenza. Finally, the environmental and territorial section, fitting since Buonvicino is one of the gateways to the Pollino National Park. The museum also brings to life the daily traditions of Buonvicino through its carefully preserved artifacts. Among the highlights is a large stone basin once used to press grapes to make wine, a centerpiece that recalls centuries-old winemaking practices. Visitors can almost imagine villagers gathering here during the harvest, crushing grapes by foot and celebrating the season's bounty, a ritual that combined hard work with community festivity. Right here, we have access to the museum's beautiful terrace, where you can soak in the stunning panoramic views of the surrounding hills and valleys. Buonvicino has a rich and fascinating history dating back to the late 13th century. It was originally formed by the union of 3 small villages, Salvato, Tripidone, and Trigiano. Salvato and Tripidone perched dramatically on the cliffs of the Rupe dello Stretto, while Trigiano lay in what is now the territory of Belvedere Marittimo. In those early years, the villagers often clashed, with Salvato and Tripidone raiding Trigiano's lands. In the mid-11th century, Saint Ciriaco Abate became Abbot of the monastery of Santa Maria dei Padri in Tripidone. Recognizing his healing services, Emperor Michael IV of Constantinople granted the monastery lands and churches across Trigiano and Malvito, while Saint Ciriaco allowed the villagers to cultivate and graze the monastery grounds. Over time, the monastery grew into an important center for the Greek Orthodox Basilian communities along the upper Tyrrhenian coast, attracting people from the surrounding villages. By 1327, historians believe Buonvicino already existed, though it only officially adopted its current name in 1869. During the 15th century, Buonvicino became part of the fiefdom of Luca Sanseverino. Its ownership passed through various noble families, including the Sersale and the De Paola. who heavily taxed the local population. This oppression led to a revolt on June 17, 1648, when the villagers rose against the feudal lords with tragic consequences. Later, the lands came into the hands of the Cavalcanti family through marriage, who held them until the abolition of feudalism in 1806. Today, Buonvicino stands as a living testament to its layered past from medieval's monasteries to feudal struggles, shaping the resilient and vibrant community we see today. Now I'm making my way up to another stunning viewpoint in Buonvicino. As you see, the path leads us above the rooftops of the historic center, where every turn opens up to yet another breathtaking view. From this vantage point, you can appreciate how Buonvicino is perched boldly on the rock and embraces both mountain and sea. The hills rise behind us, the valley spreads out ahead, and you're surrounded by nature and time-worn stone alike. At this lookout, you want to pause and let your eyes take it in. The old town, the valley, and the distant sea. It's a moment reminding us why Buonvicino is one of Italy's most beautiful villages. The Borgo dei Greci is the first albergo diffuso in the Pollino National Park area. The concept of an albergo diffuso means that the accommodations are spread across restored historic buildings in the village, with a centralized reception and restaurant, offering guests the chance to live at the heart of the community rather than in a detached resort. The restaurant Don Ippolito sits within the Borgo dei Greci. This translates into sitting at a table dedicated to the local gastronomic heritage with a menu drawn from tradition and the land. The restaurant is dedicated to Ippolito Cavalcanti, Duke of Buonvicino, a gastronomer and writer who lived between the late 18th and early 19th centuries. His theoretical practical cooking manual is one of the first Italian cookbooks, with the first edition published in 1837, followed by 8 more editions. The dishes here are based on ancient recipes, and a highlight is the journey of Don Ippolito, a tasting experience offering guests at least 20 samples of traditional local cuisine. And now I'm heading toward the Municipio of Buonvicino. From here, just beside the town hall, you can enjoy a beautiful view over Piazza XVII Settembre, the heart of Buonvicino's social life. From this vantage point, you can truly appreciate the charm of the square below, with its cafe, daily bustle, and the surrounding stone buildings that tell the story of the village's past. At the heart of Buonvicino's historic center stands the Church of San Ciriaco Abate, the town's parish church and a symbol of its deep spiritual heritage. Its elegant neoclassical facade opens onto an interior with 2 naves richly decorated in Baroque style. Inside, you can admire a 17th century holy water font, 2 ancient stone columns, once belonging to the original monastery of Saint Ciriaco, and a beautiful crafted 19th century high altar. Among its treasures is a remarkable fresco depicting Saint Ciriaco in Constantinople miraculously healing the daughter of Emperor Michael IV. The church also safeguards the relics of the saint, along with many other sacred artworks that tell the story of Buonvicino's enduring faith and devotion. Just opposite the church, you'll find a welcoming bar trattoria, the perfect spot for a coffee or a traditional meal, and a small supermarket that covers all your daily needs. As mentioned at the start of this video, Buonvicino has a local medical guard, but as in most hill towns, there's no hospital here. The nearest one is in Belvedere Marittimo. When it comes to transport, Buonvicino is served by regular bus connections, while the closest train station is in Diamante. On the road down from Buonvicino to Diamante, you'll also find another supermarket, several local shops, and a well-known restaurant called Greenhouse, which enjoys excellent reviews. For additional services such as banks, clothing stores, dentists, or other amenities, Diamante remains the nearest and most convenient town. The miracle Rock of San Ciriaco is located in Piazza XVII Settembre, in the area in front of the historic center of Buonvicino. It is a huge boulder that rolled into Piazza XVII Settembre, formerly Piazza Vittoria, on September 17, 2006, during the celebrations in honor of Saint Cyriacus the Abbot, where people, buildings, and cars were present, causing no casualties or damage. Along its course, the boulder made miraculous changes in direction and jumps. By reversing its course by 90 degrees, it avoided the historic center, managed to pass between cars, and by jumping, avoided crushing a pedestrian coming to a stop just short of people and cars. This is the reason why the event was considered a great miracle and why the square was named after the state, placing there a green Pompeian bronze statue by the master Fulvio Longo of Maiera. Standing proudly above Buonvicino is the monumental statue of Saint Cyriacus the Abbot, a towering bronze figure honoring the Basilian monk who lived in this area between the 10th and the 11th centuries. The statue, cast in bronze in the late 2000s and placed on its current pedestal in August 2018, rises 7 meters high on a 3.5 meter base. The monument stands about 2 kilometers from the historic center on the rocky outcrop of Zaccagnello, overlooking the Corvino Valley. It's easily accessible by car along the road leading to the sanctuary of the Madonna della Neve. From there, a short walk along a dirt path brings you to this breathtaking spot. Around the statue, a small landscape viewpoint paved in porphyry offers a spectacular panorama of the Corvino Valley and Monte Carpinoso. From here, Saint Cyriacus seems to watch over Buonvicino, his figure blending faith, history, and landscape into one majestic symbol of the town's spirit. Saint Cyriacus is the patron saint of Buonvicino, celebrated on September 19th. From here you can spot the church of the Grotto of Saint Ciriaco that is located near the cave where the saint retreated to pray in his youth in the Corvino River Valley. The structure was erected between 1930 and 1935 at the request of the parish priest Cyriaco Lizerre and thanks to the devotion of the faithful. The small church is complemented by a bell tower with bells cast in Naples. The sanctuary of Our Lady of the Snow is located on Mount Snow, 720 meters above sea level. This structure was built in the 17th century to replace an earlier place of worship dedicated to Saint Mary, located in a wooded area facing Mount Trepidane and the valley of Mount Pietra del Cisso. Currently, only a few ruins remain of the original structure. Over the years, thanks to the devotion of the faithful and the interest of the parish priests of Buonvicino, the church was expanded, decorated, and equipped with rooms for the rector's residence. It also became a destination for pilgrims, especially on the feast day of August 5th. The church was declared a sanctuary by Monsignor Augusto Lauro in 1987 during the Marian Holy Year. And now, as we come to the end of our data in Buonvicino, I hope you enjoyed discovering this charming hill town. Let me know in the comments what you loved most. If you're thinking of relocating to the Riviera dei Cedri in Calabria, I'm here to help, from finding your dream home to handling the bureaucracy and answering any questions you might have. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more adventures coming soon.